Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, every single day in Puri, in the early morning, he would go to worship Lord Jagannath. And it was through his devotees, the 6 Goswamis and others, that he established so many temples here. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established deity worships in 64 mutts throughout India. And Srila Prabhupada established Radha Krishna, Gaur-Nitai, Jagannath Baladev and Subhadra in almost every major city in the world. When Jiva Goswami would worship Radha Damodar, Damodar would speak to him. For the rest of us, we have to look at our clock to make sure we're on time for the offering. But Radha Damodar would tell Jiva Goswami, "I'm hungry, feed me." And Jiva Goswami would cook. While he was writing these incredible books, he would be cooking for the deities. He would massage the feet of the deities. He would make little beds for the deities. One time, when Jiva Goswami was doing his seva in another room, something incredible happened. He heard the very sweet sound of Krishna's flute permeating the entire Radha Damodar temple compound. It intoxicated his heart, infatuated his mind. It was the same effect as the flute had when Krishna played under the Bamsiva tree on the gopis of Vrindavan. Jiva Goswami was listening to this flute playing, and then he heard from the deity room, Radha Damodar called out, "Jiva, Jiva, come, I'm playing for you." So Jiva Goswami went onto the altar and he saw Sri Radha Damodar. He was smiling and glancing upon him. Then he saw the Murti of Damodar playing the flute and dancing simultaneously, just for the pleasure of Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami wept tears of humility and devotion and fell to the ground unconscious. These are just some samples of stories that are given in our Vaishnava scriptures to reveal to us what was going on practically every moment of every day for Jiva Goswami. He personally wrote over 400,000 Sanskrit verses. And the great king, Akbar, it is said when he came to Vrindavan, he met with Jiva Goswami, and Jiva Goswami gave him a vision of Vrindavan. And through this, large tracts of land and temples were developed to build Sri Vrindavan Dham. And it was at the Radha Damodar temple, Srila Prabhupada tells us, that all the 6 Goswamis would regularly meet to discuss the pastimes of Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, to discuss the books and the mission that they were meant to give to the whole world. They would take prasad there. When Srila Rupa Goswami departed from the world, Jiva Goswami placed his samadhi in the courtyard of Sri Sri Radha Damodar temple. And as time passed, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's deity of Radha Vrindavan Chandra was brought there. Bhugarbha Goswami's deities of Radha Krishna were brought there. And in about 1959, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada made his residence in Sri Sri Radha Damodar Temple to bring the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, instructed him. Through the mercy of Rupa and Jiva Goswamis to the whole world. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada would confidentially tell his followers how Rupa Goswami appeared to him to bless him for his mission of going to the West in his old age. Not far from Radha Damodar Temple is temple of Radha Shyam Sundar. In the Bengal area, there was a mother and father. They had two sons who both died when they were just babies. Then they had a third son. They named the child Dukhi. Dukhi means one who is miserable. This is traditional in some places in India, that when you lose children, you want Yamaraj to feel sorry for this child. And if your name is miserable, Dukhi, then the idea is Yamaraj is going to feel sorry for you and not kill you. So little Dukhi grew up spontaneously, naturally attracted to Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Whenever he would hear anything about Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda or their associates, he would run to that place with great enthusiasm. When he grew up a little, his father and mother told him it was time that he should select a spiritual master. And he said, I already have in my heart, I've heard about this person. He's a disciple of Gauridas Pandit, who is a very, very intimate, loving associate of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. His name is Hriday Chaitanya, and he is living in Ambika Kalna. So he was sent there. And Hriday Chaitanya accepted him as his own. And he served his guru with great love and devotion. And through Hriday Chaitanya, who had taken over the service of the Gaurnitai deities of his guru, Gauridas Pandit, he was being trained in pure devotional service. Hriday Chaitanya sent Dukhi, he actually initiated and gave him the name Dukhi Krishnadas. And he sent him to Vrindavan to train and study the Goswamis' literatures under Srila Jiva Goswami. When Dukhi Krishnadas came to Vrindavan, Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivasacharya were already there. And the three of them became most intimate, loving friends and brothers. Narottam Das Thakur was a disciple of Lokanath Goswami. Srinivas Acharya, a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And Dukhi Krishna was a disciple of Hridaya Chaitanya. But because they were all serving their gurus, who were all united and one in heart in the service of the 6 Goswamis and one in united in the service of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was no boundaries to the intimacy of their affection, their respect for each other. This is Vaishnava society. Jiva Goswami gave Dukhi Krishna Das a very simple service: to go every day for many hours and sweep and clean the pathways of Seva Kunj. So he would go with his little broom and get on his hands and knees and sweep. Of course, it was all dusty pathways, so as he would be sweeping, his body would be covered, his hair, his clothes, everything would be covered with the dust of Vrindavan. And he was just so grateful, so honored to do this menial service. Dukhi Krishna Das was a very, very powerful scholar and a very advanced Paramhamsa. When Krishna sees that we are grateful for the service that we have, that we don't take any aspect of devotional service to be ordinary or take it for granted, then Krishna really accepts our devotion. And that gives pleasure to him. As it has been said, nothing about Krishna consciousness is ordinary. The gopis of Vrindavan are in the highest position. They're making garlands. They're milking cows. They're churning butter. They're taking care of babies sometimes. They're doing ordinary things, but because they're doing it with such ecstatic, deep love for Krishna, even the greatest scholars and swamis and renunciates are aspiring for what they have. Happiness in Krishna consciousness is very much when we can deeply be grateful for whatever service we're allowed to do. Whether we're sitting on a crowded train where we don't even have, not even sitting, standing, we don't even have a seat, and it's so hot, there's hardly any air to breathe, and there's no water to drink. But in that state where people are pushing their elbows in our face and stepping on our feet and pushing us in all different directions, and babies are screaming, and the toilet is over flooding and permeating the whole train car. Everyone from India has this experience. But in that state, I could chant Krishna's names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And we're grateful. We're absolutely grateful. I'm allowed to chant Krishna's name here by the mercy of my Guru, by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. There are no hard and fast rules. Even in this condition, I could chant Krishna's names. I could remember Krishna. I could pick up a book, one of Prabhupada's books, and read a line. If we're just grateful for whatever opportunity we have to serve, that gratitude is an expression of our love for Krishna. And that is what makes us happy. If we're not grateful, even if we have every type of material facility and every type of spiritual facility, and everything's just going so much exactly the way we want it to go, if we're not grateful, there can be no happiness in our heart. Because Krishna is not pleased with us. Our happiness is when Krishna is pleased with us. So this was Dukhi Krishna. He was absolutely in ecstasy, so grateful. I get to sweep this forest every day. On his hands and knees. Something anybody could do physically. Yes? But it was the order of Jiva Goswami, his Shiksha Guru. So he took that service as his life and soul, and he did it every day for several years. He never asked Jiva Goswami, can't I do something else? This is what pleases my Gurudev. This is what pleases Krishna. And Radharani, who is Vrindavaneshwari, the queen of Vrindavan, who is the very origin and reservoir of all devotional service. Krishna is the Vishaya Vigraha, the supreme object of all love. And Sri Radha is the Ashraya Vigraha, the supreme abode of all love. Krishna revealed to the world, and it has come down to us through Srimad Bhagavatam, the love of Vrindavan. Under the Imli Tal, Sri Chaitanya, or Lord Krishna, was feeling so much separation from Sri Radha's love. He could not live without the love of Radha. This is rasa. How could Krishna not live? He's the source of all life. He's Sat. He's eternal forever. Every living being, mamaivam so jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana, we are only existing because we're infinitesimal, tiny little particles of Krishna. But yet Krishna's thinking, feeling that I cannot live without the love of Radha. And he was crying out Radha's name in separation, and he became so totally immersed in separation from her, that absorption, his beautiful bluish complexion turned the golden color of Radharani's body. And at that time, Srimati Radharani and her gopis came, and they saw Krishna in a golden form, weeping tears, crying out Radha's names. And Srimati Radharani asked him, what am I seeing? And Krishna said, in the age of Kali, I am going to appear. Feeling the ecstasy of your love, manifesting the beauty of your complexion. And through bhakti, prema bhakti, I am going to enlighten the world with the inner rasas of Vrindavan and inundate the hearts of countless people with your love through the chanting of the holy name. We should follow the Lord's guidelines at this time and dance, chant together in Harinam Sankirtan. Thank you very much.